local reporter, and today we are going to be interviewing a project manager named Lizzie, and so let's get started. Question number one, what does a project manager do?
Well, a project manager, so I work for a general contractor, and my primary job is to keep the project on budget and keep the team together so that we can finish the job on time and within our budget.
What project are you working on now?
Well, today we're at the Hotel Del. There's a lot of projects that are going on. We've got 3 or 4 different construction projects at the Del. We got the front entry, historic renovation of the Victorian building there. And then you can see behind us where the big crane is going to be a new conference center and condominium building. And then we just finished renovation of Ocean Towers back there, that was my project. And we just turned it over last week, and guests are sleeping in the beds already. So there's a lot of stuff going on at the Del today. How
many people are on the job?
Today we have about 350 people spread across those projects working on the job. We have about 25 just on the management side, and then about 350 craft workers.
What do they do?
They do all sorts of things. They're specialists in their trades, so we have HVAC, mechanical, electrical. We have steel erectors, obviously over there, metal decking. We're also doing finishes over the Victorian building, carpenters and painters, and basically you name it, they're out there.
How long have you been on the project for?
I've been on this project for about 2 years.
When do you think you are going to finish the project?
We are going to finish the project, the main South Beach project, in 2022, so about a year.
What do you love about being a project manager?
I think the most fun part is solving problems. Construction's kind of like a big jigsaw puzzle, but it's a little bit harder because you have to kind of like cut the pieces as you're doing it instead of just putting the pieces together. But it's fun. You get to meet a lot of. It's fun.
What is the hardest part about being a project manager?
I'd say the hardest part of being a project manager is managing time, your own time sometimes, and making sure that you are communicating with all the different parties so that everyone has the right information to do their work on time.
How does a person become a project manager?
There's a lot of different ways you can become a project manager. I went to college and got a degree in construction management, and I've been working with Swinnerton ever since then, and that's how I became a project manager. I started as an intern, and then a project engineer, and then worked my way up.
Is there anything else people should know about being a project manager?
I would say that you get to learn a lot, and you're constantly learning. Even when you think you know a lot, there's always more to learn, and you learn new things on every job, every project.
Can we see some equipment?
Yeah, why don't we go look at some? So here we have 2 pieces of equipment for lifting to get access to high places. So right here you'll see a boom lift, and they call it a boom because it has that big arm. It works off of hydraulics, and then when you need to get to something that's outside and really high up, you stand in that basket. So that's a boom lift. That's a pretty tall one. That one can go, I think, 120 feet. Pretty large boom lift. And then here we have a scissor lift. They call it a scissor lift because when it goes up, it's got braces that go like this, and then they extend up and down. You can get straight up and down in a scissor lift, and in a boom lift, you can go up and you can go out. So these are 2 pieces of equipment that you would pretty frequently see on a construction job site.
So now we are going to see this piece of equipment. This is ginormously large and is in motion right now.
Yeah, so what we have here is a crane. We call this one a crawler crane because it can actually move around the job site. I'm not exactly sure how tall this one goes, but it's a pretty large one. We use this to pick up really heavy things. So it picks up all the steel beams and columns. And right now, today, we are flying trusses. So these metal trusses that will support a big open space within a conference center. And then the crane uses a very large hydraulic system to lift the heavy pieces of equipment up into the air and then fly them over to where we need them, and then lower them down to the iron workers or whatever trade's working to where they need to install it. One of the most important things about cranes is having a really good operator. So the crane operator is a very important job on a construction site, and they often have radios to talk to the guys in the fields. Since they can't see always, they can't see the beam in the air when it's way on the other side of the building. So they talk with the foreman in the field to locate and adjust the placement of whatever it is that they're lifting.
Wow! How much does it weigh?
I'll have to get back to you on that one. It's pretty heavy though. It can lift things that are many, many tons. I'll be right on it. And here we are on the 7th floor, a penthouse suite of Ocean Towers with a great view of the ocean.
It's gorgeous. And it even has a gorgeous balcony to come with it.
So this is one of my favorite views from Ocean Towers. You can see downtown San Diego, the historic Hotel del, built in 1888, and a great view of the beach.
It's amazing. There's a ton of seagulls.
Plenty of evidence that they've been there on the roof.
Yeah, and they must have gone to the bathroom a lot.
I learned something new on this project, which is kind of interesting, which is that falconers are sometimes employed by beaches and resorts on the beach to come and fly their falcon away around because seagulls are scared of falcons. And one falcon, not much bigger than a seagull, can fly around and chase 10 seagulls at a time, or more maybe. And then the seagulls get scared and they fly to a different beach. So on certain beaches, and Coronado's one of them, you'll notice that seagulls don't bother you so much at the beach. They don't eat your snacks because they're scared that the falcon is gonna come back. So every couple of months, a falconer comes out and scares the seagulls away.
That's really cool. Maybe we should bring a falcon to the beach.
Today we saw outside the beginning parts of a construction job, and this is what it looks like at the end of the day. So we have lots of wood finishes, millwork cabinets, wallpaper. Those are kind of the finished trades. Paint, of course, carpet, tile. All of those trades come in after the walls are built, and after the building's built, obviously, the structure and the walls, and then all the finished trades come in. So these rooms are ready to turn over. This is a hotel room. It's ready to turn over. Housekeeping comes in, vacuums up, dusts one last time, makes the bed, and then you're done. So
That's amazing. The view, too, of the ocean is amazing, too. And the backyard would be so relaxing. I would like to say thank you to Project Manager Lizzie. I learned a whole bunch about a project manager, and I learned how construction works and how it begins and then the ending. Thank you.
you're welcome. It's been my pleasure. Thank you.
See you next time on Sky Girl Reporter, asking someone what their job is and telling us what their job is about.